and behavior of Gen Zs are like that because of the kind of world that we created for them.
Ngayon, ang tanong doon, hanggang kailan mo sisisihin yung past? Hanggang kailan mo sisisihin yung magulang mo? Bago ka umakto ng nararapat at ng improved version para sa mga tao sa paligid.
Lagi ko po sinasabi na ang children ay like sponge, spongha. They absorb what is available in their environment.
Okay, may na-absorb kang hindi maganda. 'Di ba? Does that mean you can't filter it out as an adult? 'Di ba? Does that mean as an adult magiging kupal pa rin ako sa ibang tao dahil may past ako na hindi maganda? Ganon. Hanggang kailan yung magiging excuse yun?
And because they are smarter nowadays, hindi mo na sila pwedeng gawing breadwinner. Kahit malalakas pa magulang nila at kahit malalakas ang ibang kapatid nila, gagawin mo silang breadwinner, hindi na sila papayag. Magrereklamo na sila, magdadabog na sila at mag-iiyak na talaga sila dahil alam na nilang unfair yon.
Ngayon, kaya sinabihang mahina yung mga Gen Z ngayon, it's because of how they present themselves when solving a problem. And also how they solve a problem. First, they present themselves as the eternal victim. Dahil nga, I have a past, may trauma ako kasi ganito yung pagpapalaki sa akin ng magulang ko. Kaya magiging manginginom ako, magiging sugarol ako, magiging pasaway ako, magiging adik ako dahil sa past ko. O see? Hindi na natapos yung dahilan nila para gumawa ng tama dahil meron silang past. At dahil sa past na yun, hindi na sila makaalis. Hindi na sila makaalis sa pagiging victim. And ngayon, yung mga taong napagtagumpayan yung ganong klaseng challenge sa buhay nila, magpapabuhat ngayon yung mga taong mahihina. Sabihin nyo naman, grabe ka naman Pinoy Extreme, wala kang hawa, wala kang puso. Ganito kasi yan. May mga acts na mukhang tulong, pero it doesn't really, or it makes the problem worse. Katulad ng pagbibigay ng limos. Tingin natin tulong yun, pero it is just a way to unburden ourselves doon sa feeling ng guilt na nakikita natin sa ibang tao dahil mahirap sila. Okay? It absolves us to give real help doon sa problema ng namumblema. Shortcut yung pera, kumbaga. And ganun din, yung mga weaker generations ngayon, Gen Z, so on and so forth. Yung way natin ng pagtulong sa kanila is absolving them by the challenges na dumadating sa kanila. And ang ending, hindi sila natututong isolve yung problema.
Hindi katulad nung time natin, nung generation natin, it happened a lot because we thought it's normal.
Yes, and we adapted to it. Diba? Now, here's the setup. Meron tayong ayaw doon sa previous generation and we vow to improve it and then we apply it in our generation or for the next generations and then doon natin malalaman yung result. And whatever we have right now is the result of the same recurring cycles na ginagawa natin towards improving the next generations. And of course, in every generation, they've done what they've done with what they have and what they know. Tagalogin ko, yung mga previous or every generations, umakto lang sila or ginawa lang nila yung mga bagay na ginawa nila sa kung anong meron sila at sa kung anong alam nila. Diba? Now, whatever they have found during their lifetimes might not be applicable in the current times, but when the moment becomes applicable doon sa itinuro nila, yun yung time na magagamit natin kung ano man yung natutunan natin doon sa previous generation. Diba? Ang hinuhugot dapat natin, hindi yung emotions during the learning of the lessons. Kasi mahirap eh. Masakit pag natututo ka eh. Diba? And usually, it's from failure. Diba? And doon na papasok yung kahinaan ng current generation on how they accept failure, how they accept criticism for their improvement.
During our time, wala kaming social media and technology. That's the reason why we play outside. Kaya mas malalakas ang resistensya namin. Kaya mas naiintindihan namin ang social patterns ng tao sa paligid namin. Kasi we mingle with them. Kasi wala kaming ibang choice. Wala naman pwedeng gawin sa bahay, so we go out. Now, the children today stay at home because there's a lot of things they can do at home. There's Netflix, there's internet, there's group games and all that. So nagbago yung kanilang character, no? Pag lagi kang naka-games, mas magiging maikli ang pasensya mo. Pag lagi kang naka-games, mas magiging weaker ang body mo kasi hindi ka na naaarawan sa labas. But is it their fault? That's the first question I'm going to ask our generation. Kung ganito ang patterns ng children right now, today, yung mga teens ngayon, mga bata ngayon, is it their fault?
And now, isa na naman to sa problema sa mga Pilipino. We keep on asking who's at fault. Diba? O sige, what if kasalanan ng magulang mo? What if kasalanan ng teenager? What if kasalanan ng school? What if kasalanan ng kapitbahay nyo? Now what? Gusto mo bang lumuhod yung teacher mo, magulang mo, principal, or kung sino man yung sa tingin mo yung may sala kung bakit ka ganyan? Or you're going to change. Diba? Alam mo na pala, aware ka na. Now, ano yung pwede mong magawa?
Nung umusbong yung social media, naging sobrang competitive namin. Nag-double time kami sa work, naging doble sipag kami. Kasi nga masisilip na yung growth ng kada life namin. And what happened? The extra time that's supposed to be for our children, for play, nawala yon. Nas naging focus tayo sa pagpapalago ng negosyo, sa pagpapalago ng income natin for our families.
Ito yung hindi rin nare-realize sa mga Pilipino kasi they do not know that everything demands something. Equivalent exchange yan. Anong gusto mo? Mayaman ka, pero yung tatay mo, painom-inom, pa tambay-tambay lang sa labas. Sige nga. Or buong araw, nakikipaglaro sa'yo? Of course, hindi. 'Di ba?
So yung bata, yung mga Gen Z ngayon, yung mga bata, kapag gusto nila ng atensyon, nag-iiyak na dyan, imbis laruin natin, anong ginawa natin? Inabutan natin ang tablet at cellphone.
Kesa naman ang iabot sa'yo, di ba? Pamalo or bugbog, ganun. So, we cannot get everything. Di ba? We cannot have our cake and eat it too. Something's got to give. May kailangan tayong i-forgo para makuha yung ibang bagay. Hindi natin pwedeng gawing genie yung buhay at pag na-disappoint tayo, sisisihin natin yung nakaraan for wanting what we have. Ngayon, dumarating na sa right age yung next generations. Are they going to stay blaming the past? Or are they going to work towards their future goals? Because wala na tayong magagawa sa past, what we can only do is extract the lesson out of the traumas or the past para magamit natin sa future goals natin. Well, this is your lifestyle coach, Mark. You could book a free clarity session so that we could check if we could work together towards our goal. Have a good day.